Hey everyone, let's look at how to solve this quadratic equation here by completing the square. If you're having trouble remembering the steps to completing the square, watch my How to Complete the Square the Simple Way video by clicking here. Okay, so the first step in completing the square says, look at the x term and take half of its coefficient. So in this case, the x coefficient is 4. So 4 divided by 2 is going to give us 2. Now step 2 says, take this number and square it. So 2 squared is going to give us 4. Alright, now step 3 says add 0. Now what we mean by that is to rewrite our polynomial, but when we do that, we're going to take this number we just found and add it and subtract it, effectively adding 0 and not changing the problem. So we're going to have x squared plus 4x plus 4 minus 4 minus 5. And now that's still going to be equal to 0 since we haven't started working with our equation yet. Okay, so if we just look at the first 3 terms of our polynomial here, notice that if we separate it off with parentheses, then we can see it makes the perfect square x plus 2. And these two constants here we can combine. So when we do that, we're going to get minus 9. And that's still going to be equal to 0. Okay, now we can start trying to solve for x. So the first thing we need to do is add 9 to both sides. And when we do that, we're going to get x plus 2 squared equals 9. Okay, now we can take the square root of both sides, and we're almost there. One thing that's very important to remember is that when we take the square root of a number, we have to take plus or minus the square root of that number. And the reason we do that is, take 9 for example. The square root of 9 is 3. So 3 times 3 gives us 9, but negative 3 times negative 3 also gives us 9. So that's why we have to take the positive and negative value of the square root. So then we have x plus 2 equals plus or minus 3. Now we can subtract 2 from both sides and we've solved for x. Then we get x equals plus or minus 3 minus 2. But to make it a little easier to read, we like to write that as minus 2 plus or minus 3. And that's it. Those are the values for x that make our polynomial equal 0. So this means we have 2 values for x. The first one is minus 2 plus 3, and the second one is minus 2 minus 3. And then we can simplify these into x equals 1 and x equals negative 5, respectively. And that's how we solve a quadratic equation by completing the square. I hope this helps, and thanks for watching. If you thought this video was helpful, please subscribe, like, and share this video with your friends.